It's 4 o'clock. I'd like to call a meeting of the September Yuma County Airport Authority Board meeting to order. I'd like to welcome Colonel Robert Krieger, the NCAS commanding officer. He's got Lieutenant Colonel Carroll with him, and Colonel Tate. Okay. We'll hear from Colonel Krieger a little later on. Right now, we're going to start with the public comment. As you know, comments are limited to 3 minutes. We don't keep any record. If you want to make a comment that we keep, please fill out one of the comment cards. According to the Arizona revised statutes, board members may not respond to public questions or comments other than respond to criticism, or we can direct staff to study and take action under the advisement to your comments.
Sure, go ahead.
And so, that being said, I would invite anyone who has a comment to please do so.
If you don't mind?
Sure, please.
Leave my pie alone. Thank you for the pie, first of all, and the opportunity to speak. One of the things that, and I want to thank you for the time that you gave me at the last meeting to speak. At the League of Arizona Cities and Towns recently, I attended a seminar on aviation in Arizona. And at that seminar, they pointed out the extreme value that aviation has to communities and the state at large. I think 90% of the pilots, new pilots, are private pilots in America. And a huge chunk of those are trained and brought up in Arizona. So it's a big deal in Arizona that we foster general aviation and find ways to grow general aviation in our communities. One of the problems, I shouldn't say a problem, but one of the issues that I have as the mayor of the city of Yuma, we don't have an effective seat at the table. In fact, we have no seat at the table, and nor does the county. And it's a bit of a challenge to me to understand that the county owns the land, yet they don't have any say in kind of what goes on their land. I still live in the county, even though I live in the city. The city is in the county. So it seems to me that it does not represent or allow the representation of two major components of our community, period, our region, literally. And I would urge you to reconsider how the board can bring in the representation of the city of Yuma and the county of Yuma so that we can continue to foster general aviation in a positive way, have that level of communication that considers all the economic benefits of everyone. Not try to correct misdeeds of the past, if there are any, and not try and undo something that has been done, but start from this line forward and make a commitment that we're going to do everything we can to make general aviation an economic engine that supports our economy. And I don't know what else to say, but please somehow get a committee together, gather input. I intend to bring the stakeholders together at City Hall and have this exact same discussion. I'll be in contact with some of you in a very short period of time, and that's what we're going to have, a discussion on what we need to do relative to aviation in the region. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just because he got more than 3 minutes doesn't mean that you can. So if anybody else has comments, I can't shut off his mic like he can do it. They're sitting on. Mitch.
I have a comment.
Yes, sir.
If you already know my name, I'm Mitch Dunn. I just wanted to thank Mr. Smith for allowing me to speak at the last meeting. I know there was some discussion about whether we could talk or not. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was, in perusing all the minutes that were published on the Yuma Airport website, I've noticed a lot of what I would call omissions, or the way they're written, as compared to meetings I've attended. Sometimes I wonder, was this the same meeting and it seems like things are left out or things are written a certain way. For example, I was reading the minutes about the last meeting that was at 2 p.m. the last time you got the committee meeting on the evaluation of the airport director. And for example, it says in that the vote was unanimous to furnish a raise. The recommendation of that committee was unanimous. I have it on good authority that was not unanimous. That's just one example of things I've noticed in the minutes. And my comment or question is there anything to be done, or is there any changes to be made to improve that, the way those minutes make it to the website? A lot of people have read that, you know, myself included. It seems like those minutes are not entirely accurate. And that was my comment. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess that would be